You have to wake up every morning and say, what am I going to do now that I'm here to make my dream come true?
Welcome everybody to Nashville Drummers Podcast, episode 85.
This is an episode and a conversation that we were very much looking forward to. Back in October of 2021, we had our very first guest on the show, technically episode 3, and that was with our good friend Jeffrey Adami, or Adami. Which one
Adami.
is it? Adami.
That son of a bitch be changing how he pronounces his last name every other time.
Jeffrey has been the touring drummer for platinum CCM artist Jordan Feliz, and is one of the most versatile and hardest working drummers in town. It's really been incredible watching his career blossom since our initial interview 5 years ago.
We knew going into this pod that it was going to be a great time and that we were going to probably get pretty silly, but it is totally unhinged. I will just preface that before you go into this interview. Just know we get completely off the rails, and I'm not sorry.
It's worth it. Yeah, just stick it out. I promise you. Beyond the laughs, this is a very inspirational conversation as we dive into some pretty heavy and important topics, including managing stress, work-life balance, mental health, faith, and an identity beyond a career in music. If you'd like to learn even more about Jeffrey, we definitely recommend you check out episode 3 first and then jump right into this one. We love you, Jeff. Glad to have you back on, and we hope you enjoy episode 85.
And I swear I'm going to finish that little Brian that you gave us. You'll see. You'll see.
I get those goosebumps every time. I need the Heimlich, throw that to the side. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. When you're not around, when you throw that to the side. I get those goosebumps every time, yeah. 713 to the 281, yeah, I'm riding. Why they on me?
Oh my God. Okay, we need to
not
depart from this.
we're not
gonna
okay.
go down there.
So about that couch.
Okay.
What?
So,
Yeah, okay.
I imagine the podcast is like fading in right now.
I mean,
Sure.
We've already been
we
through
can
3
fade in.
sponsor
Sure.
ads.
Yeah. Okay, so
you're 10 seconds into your first story and we just cut to an ad.
guys,
Can we give us some credit?
I'm passionate about I love MeUndies and onesies.
Listen,
and
all these other podcasts literally do that because it's like automated.
Yeah.
And you'll listen to some of these major commercial podcasts that are very well known. It'll be like in a sentence and all of a sudden it'll just cut to an ad.
Yeah.
Nashville Drummers Podcast, we don't do that because we care about our product and we edit every single second.
We have natural transitions so that you don't even realize that we're selling you something. You know? That's what it's all about.
We're selling
It's
you
lying.
Oh my God.
We're selling you me.
Okay, what's the story we were going to start
I want to
with?
hear about this great couch.
Okay. So, before we started recording and everything, I was telling Nate and Dan that.
Don't give them any backstory. They don't deserve it.
So I'm gonna tell you guys something right now.
Who are you even talking to? No one's listening to this.
Who are you?
It's just
Okay,
you.
so in college, shut up. In college I had this couch that was this was my junior year, and I was living like with 5 of my best friends. And it was the type of people where I told people like, "Oh yeah, these are the guys I'm going to be living with my junior year," and they're like, "Dude, are you going to be okay?" Like that, they're psychos. Like just imagine 6 Jeffreys.
Jeez.
That's
I can't imagine.
That's
I can't imagine two.
It's well,
Or-
I know a guy, but no. So we move into this apartment junior year on campus, and the couch we have in the living room is so comfortable that I don't know. I think about it at least once a month, and that was probably 10 years ago. Like,
Wow, that's a good
have you
story.
ever?
It's just a monumentally comfy couch.
It's just you lie on it and you instantly like fall asleep.
Let me ask you, was it more on the squishy or firm side? Did you like sink into it, or were you like, I'm
Firm. I can't sink into. I don't like soft. Everything's got to be firm. Mattress, firm pillows.
Okay.
I don't know, but it was yeah. So it was firm, and I had a roommate, Zach. I love you, Zach. I'm sorry, but you snore so loud. There was good 5 days in a row. I just left we were doing a bunk situation, and I just left the room, and I was like, I'm gonna sleep on this freaking couch, and I did, and I loved it. And there have been multiple times where I thought, is there some way I can talk to email the university and convince them to let me keep the couch and like ship it to Nashville or just keep it with me because that's how much I love that couch, man.
You know what? Two things. One,
I
forget the second thing, but the first thing is
What?
I have a couch. We just got a new couch today, and the couch that we had was a little bit too on the firm side. If you're looking for I'm just saying, if you want to try it out and see if it's something you like, you know.
All right. And here on the Nashville Marketplace Facebook podcast.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
if you get onto our Discord server, we'll talk about the couch a little bit more.
No.
All right. I have a few things.
Did you forget the second thing?
I have one thing.
forgot the first.
This is without a doubt the dumbest way to start a podcast we've ever done.
I'm sorry. It's going to be 2 hours of this.
Have you ever fallen asleep on a couch in a green room, Jeffrey, on tour? Speaking of this couch talk.
Oh. Yeah. I probably have not because I'm a very light sleeper.
Okay.
It's very unfortunate. My ear picks up everything, and my ear tells me, oh, that's important. You got to pay attention to that, and you can't fall asleep.
Yeah.
So, no, I have not. Have you?
No.
No.
No, I have not.
Then why'd you ask?
He just was thinking
some way to
taking
bring
a-
this stupid couch topic back to reality. I don't know. That's my job. We ask questions. You answer them. You don't get to ask why I asked you the question.
Okay, so should this? This is. I'm the guest, so I should just not ask you questions.
Okay,
I haven't been on the podcast in so long.
Let's bring it back here for a quick sec. No, we're definitely not cutting
for sure.
any of this.
Let's bring it back.
Hold on. Yeah.
Who's the worst snorer you've ever been around?
How is that
Jacob
bringing it
Grover.
back?
He does. He's the lighting director for us. He does video directing for King and Country.
Yo.
Jacob, I love you, but I hope I never get to be in hope I never have to be in a hotel room with you
that's
again.
fair, yeah.
I am a very light sleeper. It runs in my family. Like my dad, I know that this is the first thing I'm saying about my parents. My dad, he wears a sleep mask and earplugs. And I found that out after I unawareingly have also been using sleep mask and earplugs.
So you're saying you started doing that, and then your dad was like, "Oh yeah, I do that too."
Yeah, and it just happened to like, wow, it's like we're not so different, you and I.
Okay, well, if the listeners haven't already turned this off, let's just say, hold on. There's a reason why we're being so silly, and
this
is actually a very special moment in Nashville Drummer podcast history. This is a first because back in October 20th of 2021, we had episode 3 of this show. Mm-hmm. Episode 1, of course, was me interviewing Nate to kind of kick things off, and then episode 2 was Nate interviewing myself. And episode 3 was our very first featured guest with this guy, Jeffrey Adami. So it's very, very cool to get you back on. This is our first true callback and kind of where are they now. We had one with Ethan Harb, of course, too. But this is
Ethan.
You're the first guest, so it's really awesome to get you back. And
No, thank you guys for having me, man.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. I mean, like, it's so exciting to see where this podcast has, what this podcast has become because, you know, I've been friends with both of you guys before the podcast was even an idea. And just to hear you guys say, oh yeah, I'm thinking about doing this thing with Dan, with Nate,
Right.
and want to see what happens with it. I mean, like, are you kidding me? Like what you've had Jake on, you've had Jay, you've had all these amazing people who've done amazing things and like a lot of people sewing into what you guys are doing. So I could not be more proud of you guys. You know, like I think
appreciate that.
to I guess to fit into this whole Nashville theme where, you know, we are in the South, so Southern hospitality vibes are very real. Everybody's looking out for one another. Everybody's always excited to see what people are doing and what they're creating. It's just one of those things where it's like, you know, I know you guys. I know you well enough to know that if you're gonna make something, you're gonna make something amazing. So, and that's what you guys have done. So I just want to say,
Dude.
You guys are the best,
Appreciate
man.
that.
Love you, dude.
Well,
Thanks.
yeah, there's a reason why you were our first guest, and as you say, we were friends with you, but we also knew that you were probably going to have a successful time in Nashville and wherever you would end up in your career. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's been likewise. It's been amazing seeing your journey skyrocket, and I want to get into all of that.
Yeah, thanks, man.
So why don't, just for maybe the listeners that maybe haven't listened to episode 3, if not, you definitely should. Yeah. But just
grow up.
Yeah, grow up. Come on. Give the listeners
Swipe down.
Give
Swipe down a
them
lot.
give them a quick primer, just quick, like, you know, how long you been here, where you're from, what you're currently up to.
Well, I'm Jeffrey Adami, or Adami in the correct pronunciation.
Is that the correct pronunciation?
Yeah, Adami.
This whole time I've always said Adami.
Well, we just switch between the two. I'd say Adami a lot.
Not Adami.
Yeah, I have noticed
you wondered
that you almost purposefully switch between the two. Because I've at times heard you said, well, it's Adami, and then other times like Adami, and I'm like, he's fucking with us.
I don't think you know, yeah.
Maybe you guys know something. No, it's like that thing in the classroom. At least I did this. It's the thing in the classroom where, I don't know, I had ADD and I could never listen. So when we were doing arts and crafts, I would tell people, all right, now I'm going to put the glue on this, hoping they would like correct me unless I was doing it right. So it's like, oh yeah, it is Adami, right? It is. So, but all that to say, Adami, technical pronunciation. But yeah, so I was born and raised in Seattle. I have lived here for almost 6 years now. I moved here during COVID. I was a janitor for a few months. So I moved here during COVID, had no work for a good 5 weeks, was a janitor for 2 months to supplement the income, then quit that. That's
Where were you janiting?
Is that a word? I was gonna say you must have been the most stylish janitor there ever was.
No, I don't have anything to say about that. I wasn't.
Okay.
We'll get into all of this obviously, but I just like a short explanation of where I am now. I was a janitor for a few months, had no job for a bit, got a call about doing a gig on Broadway, and ever since March 9th, 2021, I've been able to play drums full time since then without having to do anything else.
Let's freaking go.
Let's go, buddy. Yeah.
So
that was shortly after we had you on.
Yeah. So
some might say a coincidence.
Yeah. So I guess for anybody,
wait, what? Nothing.
For anybody who's caught up and has heard that episode, when I recorded that episode, I was 6 months into playing full time. We did that episode October 2021.
Yeah.
So I had been playing drums full time for 6 months, and in that 6 months, it was mainly just Broadway. 7 mornings a week at Tootsie's, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And then around that time, when you got me on the podcast, that's when I transitioned from. I went from playing full time on Broadway to more playing full time for like local artists and more like, oh, can you do this one off? Can you play like a gig in North Carolina with me or whatever? And just like more the solid like freelance route.
Yeah, kind of like the Jackson Dryers.
The Jackson Dryer, any like local artist who's like, hey, I need a drummer. Let's go to the city 4 hours away, play a gig, and come back. And then so that's where my career went from like Broadway full time to just like let's see what the world has to offer.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. And since you've kind of found a nice niche in the CCM world, right?
Yeah.
Currently still with Jordan Feliz.
Yeah. So I guess the best way to put it simply now is I have been touring with this Christian artist named Jordan Feliz I'm going into my 4th year with him. I started beginning of 2023, got hired. Christian pop, it's like a lot of gospel chop, fusion stuff. This is the type of music I really want to play. So I've been with him for 3 years, and we have done 8 tours together. We got to play my first international gig last year in Guatemala. We just got done doing a cruise a week ago. Got back from that. It's a lot of.
That's 2 people in a row who just got back from doing a cruise.
Yeah, it was a lot of the beginning of the year cruises. Dango
yesterday.
Dango. Yeah,
he just did an emo cruise.
Oh, okay. I heard about that. Emo's not dead. Yeah.
The Suicidal Tendencies. It was also a cruise. That was what's his name's first.
Jace?
No, not.
Wait,
new drummer.
Oh, you mean X?
Yeah. That's public now. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, there's video of him on the cruise. Anyway, Xavier Ware, Suicidal Tendencies.
Yeah. Wait, he's like officially with Suicidal
Tendencies?
Yeah, he played a cruise. The cruise was like his first time there.
Wait till you see who's going to be playing for Bill Murray.
Oh, I'll tell you off the mic.
Yeah. Okay.
Not that we know, but we'll give you our best insights.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And so very full circle because you did your audition video at Diamond for Jordan. Remember that?
Yes.
That was in our old room where we recorded.
Yeah, for all the OGs out there, we recorded at Diamond Sound. What year did you guys transition to?
Oh man, I mean, we've been here for at least two years, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I'm actually. What year was that? When did we?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it was much longer than 2 years.
Okay. It just feels like it's weird now going back to those videos and looking at the Diamond Sound stuff. I'm like, obviously, I love that thing, but this is infinitely superior.
Oh, dude, it's so vibey, man. Like, you did a clinic here. There's so many awesome things that have been happening and will happen here.
Yeah, and there's no MIDI metal devil down the way.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Although I do miss encountering that.
I don't. You heard that, and I heard just one 808 loop, which is probably the same thing you're talking about. Yeah. Just.
Anyway, we digress. We missed Diamond, but that was where we recorded initially.
But a lot of the OGs, as they were, will recognize the episodes from there. And so I had a lot of good times at Diamond Sound. Yeah, you were saying that because I did my audition video for Jordan back there. So and this was when you had the room all to yourself, right? Were you paying for it just for yourself, or was?
I think it was at that point. It was just Nate and I in the room.
Just Nate and you. Okay. Yeah.
It was. Yeah, it was that old room. It wasn't the other. Actually, we recorded yours was my room even before all that. That's how old that was. Remember?
Gosh,
that's right.
Man.
That was just my. That's how we met at Diamond.
That's right, dude.
Because we both had different rooms. Anyway, But
what a time, Diamond Sound. That's good memories right there, man.
Yeah,
that is. But yeah, no, it's really cool to see the progression, the evolution. So I don't know. Stoked to do it. Stoked to do it with you guys.
Yeah, man. So so you've been in Nashville, obviously, like literally started from nothing, from being a janitor, as you described, and doing the full-time thing pretty quickly. What is the vibe coming into 2026? You're obviously an established drummer, professional drummer. Like how do you view this city and what it's, done on your career?
Well, I will say, right off the bat, my initial gut is to say this city is what you make it. No one's gonna put in the work for you. It's really you have to wake up every morning and say, what am I gonna do now that I'm here to make my dream come true? Nobody, like I said, nobody can do it for you. There are people who talk about their dreams of like, oh, I'm gonna come to Nashville, I'm gonna become a musician or artist or something, and then I don't know, you just see them just like in their free time. Obviously, you've got to like work a full-time job or a part-time job to supplement the income. But if you're not spending your free time just like doing something to push you one step closer, why? You know?
Yeah.
Like I'm sure a lot of us we left everything. We left everything behind to like pursue our dreams. I left all my family and friends. I left the Pacific Northwest. You left the Northwest. Yeah,
at least the West.
I left the West.
Yeah.
But it's just, I don't know. I think work ethic, it runs in our family. So I remember this being one of the clips you guys made from my last episode. But if I have the utilities, why would I not do everything in my power to make my dreams a possibility? So yeah. So I don't think that answered your question.
No, it definitely
Maybe
did.
it did.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know. Yeah.
No one will do it for you. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. I don't know. That just came to me.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Don't ever change, Nate.
Yeah.
So here's my question regarding that. You're currently doing a really killer gig. What's your next thing? Like, what's the dream? What are you doing to move yourself towards that dream? Would you say you're living the dream now? Would you say you're like, this is part of the dream and there are more things? What else is on the plate for Jeffrey?
That's a good question, Well, so I started therapy again 2 years ago, like a year and a half ago, because I think I did get to this place where I'm like, I got the gig where I get to play the style of music I want, and I'm playing full time with the people I want to be playing with, and I have great friends, great community around me. Like I'm in constant communication with my family. It just like my life is great. Found a home church that I love. So many things are great. And I got to this point where I said, you know, I have so many things that I want, but is there like truly something more I should be pushing for? Like I had a hard time figuring out, and I think I still am having a hard time figuring out like what is next for me. You know, I think there's this mix between, there's this balance between gratitude and like never settling that I'm still trying to figure out right now, because I don't know, there's so much I have right now that I'm grateful for. I don't know. Long story short, I don't know.
Yeah, and I think that's a totally fine answer too.
I don't know. Even then, I'm sure that if there are some tangible dreams I have for the future, I'm the kind of person where I wouldn't want to necessarily share them. I'm a person who likes to move in silence.
Yeah.
You know, like
you do be moving in silence. I've watched you operate over the years. I'm like, damn, this dude's always just low key killing. You're like,
he's a snake.
No big deal. I did this thing. I'm like, he's a what?
A snake.
Oh, bro. Dude, okay. People say, like, I don't know if this is a good thing or bad thing. Apparently a lot of people describe me as like unassuming. Does that mean I just look like I'm not a good drummer?
No, you just don't come off like it's the most important thing in the world to you that everyone think that you're that thing. That's the thing.
And I'd say that's a good trait.
Whoa.
And that's especially that is an especially attractive quality with someone who is actually excellent at what they do, which you are.
Yeah, you're humble. Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
No, I think that's totally fair. Especially, I mean, you're so young still, so it's like,
Yeah.
you know, you're still in the middle of it. You know, like you said, it's great to be grateful for what you have, and like you've achieved all these things, but like you're not done. So it's hard to.
Yeah. No.
You know, like it's important to recognize those milestones and like, you know, like you said, have gratitude. But
we're all like in the middle of our stories, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really like the idea of letting the results speak for themselves.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to be the person who overhypes something and makes people's expectations get so high to where I can never
Meet them.
Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah. But it's just, I don't know, it's fun, you know, putting in the work. And I think that's, I don't know, I just think it's a really cool way to do it. So, yeah.
And there's another side to that as well, where if you do share those things, you're like, I'm going to do this. I'm trying to do this. Maybe you're familiar with this. There is a phenomenon within the human mind. When you do that, your brain partially thinks that you've already done that thing by you verbalizing that. Oh. So it is actually a good habit to keep some of that stuff to yourself, because then it's like, it's not there. I don't have it. And you'll stay hungry for it on every level.
Yeah.
If you don't want to like give your brain any kind of clue that like, I've already done the thing. Like, no.
Yeah.
Foot's on the gas, baby. We're not cruising. Man. I'm trying to accelerate.
Yeah. It hurts that detriment of this idea that, you know, I want to be a lifelong learner. So if I were to, you know, give into what you're saying and just tell people, oh yeah, I've accomplished this, I've done this, like I'm set for where I need to be right now. That just makes me prove to myself, oh yeah, there's really nothing more I need to do. I'm good.
Yeah.
It's like, no, are you kidding me? I'm just some 29-year-old dude who's just like, there's so much out there to the world. There's so much out there in the world that like, I don't know, it could be attained and just stuff to explore. So why would I?
When's your birthday?
May 2nd. I'm 30 in 4 months.
Oh my gosh, we got to do
go.
something.
Yeah.
Something
Gotta
cool.
do something.
I really would. If you're around, I'd really love to.
I'm gonna be. Well, I don't know. I'm going on my 9th tour with Jordan, and on my birthday we're playing a show in Vegas.
Dude, that's gonna be wild.
Dude, 30 Vegas.
We're gonna have to fly down
be
there.
careful. That's all
Christian
I'm gonna,
music.
That's all I'm
no,
gonna say.
No. I do not
I'll be
indulge
praying
in
for you. To
No. It's not like that.
It's not like that, yeah.
We keep it modest with it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dirty 30, man.
Yeah.
Do something when I get. I've been thinking about something, but I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. It's
Well,
crazy.
let's,
It's only been 6 years.
Well, let's dive into Jordan and what that tour has been like. Because you said this is the 9th tour.
9th tour.
But only in 2 years or 3 years, you said?
3 years.
That's quite a bit of shows.
Yeah.
Give us some, some milestone venues and moments.
Yeah. Well, I guess for those who are unaware of who Jordan Feliz is, he is a Christian pop artist, and he had a song called "The River" go platinum. It's like one of his first songs he put out in 2015. So he put that out. It just went mega viral, and he's been able to make a steady career off of it. So when I moved to town, I got asked. I didn't know too many people. I like knew you kind of well, and I knew my friend Jackson Dreyer. I knew him kind of well, enough to the point where you guys were like, "Hey, let me toss your name out to somebody," and then that kind of got the ball rolling. So all that to say, I started playing at churches with band members who just happened to be people who are in Jordan's band now.
Yeah.
So, like, I play at this one church where Jordan's guitarist is. I play at this other church where Jordan's keys and MD is. And then fast forward, like, I'm doing more and more freelancing, and it gets to the point where I have played gigs in church services with everybody in Jordan's band, as well as becoming friends with Jordan's previous drummer. So it's just all comes to this point of, I'm friends with all those guys, and then I'm friends with the previous drummer. And then when the previous drummer, he felt called to leave the band. Mm-hmm. And then so this kind of perfect thing happened when they were like, "Oh, we all know Jeff. We've all played with him, and the previous drummer, he knows he's a good dude and can sub in." Or
that's
not
like
sub,
the perfect
like
situation.
Perfect situation.
Just kind of came together. Yeah.
So. An audition. I got called January 2nd, 2023 for an audition, and that's kind of how it got started. And I've been
so cool, man. And I remember like when you hit me up to do that video, like I just remember how excited you probably told me privately of like, I could tell this was something really important to you.
Yes.
So I was so happy to see that. And I wasn't surprised that you got it.
Who it was or
the previous drummer?
No, like the artist that it was Jordan.
I feel like you had. I don't recall.
I was trying really hard not to tell people.
Yeah.
Because it's also one of those things where it's like if you talk about it, you're kind of jinxing it.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But
I think then you play over one of his tracks.
Yeah.
And I literally like mixed
the
song for you.
It was they sent me 4 songs, and I was like, they gave me like a week or something to listen to them and do a video audition. So I listened to them. I went to church to shed them out, and I hit you up. I was like, "Hey Dan, can I like pay you to just come in and record my video audition?" And you said, "Yeah." And I just one take, all 4 songs at once.
Yeah.
Just did my best take, and yeah,
it was quick. I remember.
It was quick, and it's like I didn't even tell you anything about the gig.
Okay. Yeah.
Or no, I didn't even tell you anything about the type of music. You're just sitting there like listening to me play like just drums only. He didn't even hear the music.
I just heard a bunch of cool fills.
Just like stuff like that.
Like cool, man.
Like, what is this? Yeah. No, but then I sent that in, and then a few days later they're like, "All right, cool, come in for an in-person audition," and the rest is history.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So what kind of shows are you? Because I'm not super into the CCM world.
Sure.
What kind of shows have you been doing? What's that like?
So we go on one tour every spring and one tour every fall. So 2 a year, and we either do a headlining tour or we open for another Christian artist like Colton Dixon, Danny Goki, people like that in the CCM realm. And we play at a lot of churches. So on average, Jordan averages like 100 shows a year. So he keeps us busy.
Yeah.
And like that's not even.
But that's not a nightmarish schedule.
No.
100 is totally doable.
100 is doable. One thing I want to talk about at some point is when the year before I got the gig with Jordan in 2022 when I was doing freelancing and I played 200 gigs for various people without having a consistent gig and had serious burnout. That's something I want to get into.
Yeah, you wrote that down on topics. Yeah.
But all that to say, we play a lot of churches. We've gotten to play a few arenas. We've gotten to like open for Lecrae and done some like Newsboys and Skillet type stuff. So it's a lot of fun stuff here and there.
Yeah.
So he keeps us busy, and I'm grateful. It's cool stuff.
Yeah, it seems like it's very fun music.
It's
like
fun,
a great camp to be around.
Well, that's the type of music I love doing, is something that's gospel chop oriented, you know? Because a lot of my influences are people like Styx and CJ and Rico Nichols and just anybody who can just chop, you know? Just like
Aaron Spears we talked about, I think, last time.
Dude, rest in peace, man.
I know.
Rest in peace. What a great man.
Yeah.
But just, I love a good challenge. And it's obviously not a diss on music that's more simple leaning. Like, I think a good quality of a good musician is respecting any type of music they're playing, you know? Like, so what if it's just a 2 and 4 beat? What is the audience getting from this song? What emotions are people feeling from this song? What are people getting from this song that they wouldn't otherwise if you weren't, you know, serving the song the way you should, you know? So,
which is something decided between the artist and whatever the band.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So I love that serving the song can mean so many different things.
Yeah. You know, people could look at a prog drummer and see him going crazy and say, well, that's not pocket. It's like, well.
But isn't it though?
It is, because
that's also
you're serving the song.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, to me, it would also seem that, especially in the CCM world, correct me if I'm wrong here, but like you're not only serving the music, but like you quite literally have like a higher calling. Like you're serving community, and it's like, you know, a lot of the lyrics I'm sure are more meaningful and have faith messages involved.
Yeah.
Do you feel more pressure and like more just general emotion playing that kind of a gig versus like some of the freelance stuff you were doing here in Nashville?
There's no different type of feeling of pressure, but I think because my faith is so important to me, I've been a born again believer since I was a kid. I've been, you know, I've grown up a Christian, and I still very, very much hold tight to my beliefs and everything regarding that. But yeah, my faith is important to me, and I think something that's amazing is that the fact that something amazing is the fact that we get to play this music that is encouraging to other believers, and, you know, spreading the word, spreading the gospel. And I've always told people that one of the most encouraging things to me is that when I'm playing drums, whether it's for Jordan's gig or for just playing at church, just seeing people worship and seeing people have their hands lifted, it's just like, that's the most important thing to me, man. It's like, sure, somebody could come up to you after the service and be like, hey, you sounded great, man, those feels. It's like, sure, but what eternal, how do I word it?
It's not about the drums or you as an individual.
It's not about like, oh, this feels cool, this sounds good. It's like, what like is a seed getting planted, you know, in your heart?
You're having
an
impact on people.
Are you getting impacted?
Yeah, exactly.
That's the most important thing to me, man. So like, it's really cool when we get to play shows and see people just like connect to the lyrics, whether they're like somebody who's been a Christian their whole life or somebody who is really new to Christianity, and they're just whether you see it or not, it's just, I don't know, just, it's cool being able to be a part of that, and, you know, like being a vessel for God in that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So, yeah.
Hey drummers, do you need a place to practice on actual drums? Drumbox has locations in Lafayette and Longmont, Colorado, and their newest location is right here in Nashville, Tennessee. You can book sessions online and get the space to yourself. Each Drumbox location is fully equipped with 2 kits, cymbals, hardware, and even sticks are provided. 30-minute, 1 hour, and 2 hour sessions are available at www.drumbox.space. Use the coupon code ANDP25 for 25% off your first session. The coupon code is valid at all 3 locations. Again, that's www.drumbox.space.
Should we go into, you mentioned like prior to that, you're doing
Burnout.
200 plus shows, playing with all sorts of artists, freelancing.
Yes.
And like, when was that too much for you?
Okay.
So
I talked earlier about how our family, we have a strong work ethic, and I'm so grateful for that. It's something we can't really switch off. It's something, I don't know, it's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
But I'm sure a lot of guests on the show have talked to you about this idea of a yes man, a person who says yes to everything, says yes to every gig. Yeah, that was me. And and I wish it wasn't. So what happened was I started playing full-time March 21st.
2021.
2021.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just like, my brain is fried, man.
I got you.
It's the snow.
Yeah.
Well, I think if I'm gonna go into this story,
Let's get some pops.
I want
let's
to go
go.
into it with some enjoyment. Some
Yeah, cream soda. Oh, bro.
Olipop. It's my favorite
Cream
flavor.
soda.
Yeah, man. I trimmed my nails, so I can't
6 grams of
do
fiber.
this.
Trim your nails.
On my beverage.
I'm gonna spit my gum out while we do this.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, man.
Oh, and they're nice and cold. Did you just refrigerate them or just leave them in your car?
I put them in the fridge.
Nice. Love it.
I thought of everything. I do think of everything.
Oh, well, I guess let's open them before we cheers, right?
Well, do you want to? Oh, okay.
Oh, frick. I'm sorry.
What?
Olipop, the taste that is stored in a cool, dry place.
Dude, oh my God. We did that for that episode, didn't we? Opening the can? We did that for somebody. Maybe it wasn't you.
I don't remember.
That was like literally a thing that we did.
That is stored in
Okay,
a cool,
cheers.
dry place is incredible.
I
Thank
never
you.
had an
Cheers.
Olipop, though.
Cheers. I love you.
Dude, if you guys get an endorsement,
Oh my God, it's so
from
creamy.
them,
This is just delicious.
And
Supports
it's
digestive health.
some percentage theoretically better for you than a regular soda. So you should definitely drink them every day.
Oh my God. Here, let's-
Sponsor us, Olipop. We're your ideal.
I mean, yeah, Walker Brothers doesn't make this. That's okay. We can have both at the same time here. Dude, thank you. This is great. Yeah. No.
I'm
Taste that is stored in a cool dry place.
so proud of
Oh my God.
That was incredible.
This is delicious, actually.
Yeah, this is good.
Are there different flavors?
Yeah, they're no,
Okay.
because I'm not the person to like do sarcasm. Both you and I were like, you deserve that.
No. Oh, actually,
No.
I wasn't even thinking
No.
that. I'm even worse than that because I'll just lie because I think it's better. Do you watch I Think You Should Leave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
You know
That's my
That's your
my
humor.
God.
TC
I
Tug or
worship
TC
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do
TC
they have any
Tuggers.
other style of shirts? Not really.
Do you follow the?
Ba-dum-bum.
Yeah, you guys follow the I Think You Should Reel Instagram account.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. There's so many, and we're getting off topic. That's okay. I'll let it go for Tim Robinson any day.
Well, no, I mean like
There's so many
the
forgotten clips that I forget about from that show.
Oh yeah, there's motorcycles and
Exactly,
a
yeah.
lot more stuff. 2 motorcycles with a little house inside. Okay.
That was good. That was good.
Stop! Please let me go! Please let me go! I'm doing something!
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
I mean, I don't know. Here's the thing: is you have a podcast which features
We do.
different guests,
That's also true.
and these guests have their own personality and individuality, and you got to bring that out on the show.
Which we
so
do,
why not?
yes.
Why not cut any bizarrities out?
What? We don't cut them out.
Well,
I mean, why cut them out?
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, try not to.
That's
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
that's fair. And the thing is, the funny. Well,
Cool. Yeah, we agree with you, Jeffrey. Yeah. What are we even saying on this podcast?
the thing is, I
At the end of the
self-edit
day.
so much
Yeah.
because you know who I am, and I am you. My Lord, y'all don't even know.
Push comes to shove.
How much like I am totally the derailer here for sure, and it is. For anyone who doesn't realize that there is a part of that is by design. I'm not just an idiot. I have made a conscious decision to be an idiot as best that I can.
Oh.
It's actually an art.
It is part of my art form.
Yeah.
But I still it's just the tip of the iceberg, and I'm trying to carry on in such a way that we can still have a functioning podcast.
Right, because the problem is with you, I think you're trying to say is that percentage goes way up.
Oh, I'm at least 30, bare minimum 37% higher on the BS meter.
Jeffrey's
today.
on the floor right now.
I am. Just prepare yourself.
We were doing so well. Okay, just brought out the Ollipops for a certain story.
When's the last time you went this unhinged on the podcast?
I mean, not ever. This isn't.
The last time I was this unhinged would have been, I was going to say yours, but actually probably Taylor's. That was.
It's probably back with Ethan Harb, second time.
Yeah, actually, Ethan was fairly. Well, you know what? And then I took my shirt off with Kyle.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, that happened.
I didn't even know that.
Half the podcast we're just sitting here with our shirts off.
That's like who's the comedian that has his shirt off?
I don't know.
Everybody, when in real life,
Jonathan?
What?
Everybody takes their shirt off. Bert something.
Oh, Chrysler, yeah.
Yeah, he takes his
Ford,
shirt
Chrysler
off.
Motor Vehicles, yeah.
All that to say,
that's funny. Hey, he should. That's
all that to say.
I don't know if anyone's told you that, Bert, but that's funny. You take your shirt off
because Bert's listening to this podcast. Okay, Bert. So what's the story you were going to start with?
Yeah, sorry, I had to get all out of the way.
We're good.
Okay, so I think one of there were like several.
Oh yeah, you were the yes man. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm remembering for myself.
I haven't had time to properly think what are some. I hadn't had time to fully flesh out the ideas I wanted to bring to tonight's episode. But one of the things.
Why not?
Because I didn't have time. Did you ever? Heard of the thing called snow, dude?
You mean ice?
You never heard of a thing called ice,
here.
dude?
It's all ice.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think one thing I wanted to share is this idea of burnout. And sure, you may have had a lot of guests talk about burnout. I just want to share my personal experience. I don't know. I'm backtracking. I'm like prefacing so much. I don't ever want to come across as the person who gives people advice in the sense that every piece of advice I have for you is doctrine, you know? Yeah. Different things work out for different people. So
But you can share what works for you.
Exactly. I want to go more into this with this idea of I'm just sharing what has happened for me, what my experience is, and what I learned from it. It's not everything I say is gospel, you know? But all that to say, in 2021, from starting in October, going into 2022, I was like, all right, well, this has been a great year playing a lot of Broadway music, just a handful of gigs where I'm doing random one-offs for other people. Let me just go so hard and see what comes out of it. So 2022, I just take no free time for myself. I'm just going out every night into different music bars, gigs, venues, everything.
But by the way, which bars are we talking about? I know Red Door probably.
No, I was not going to Red Door.
Really?
It was.
It's so great. You're just not a basic bitch. It's fantastic.
Dude.
He still kind of is. He's wearing a gold chain.
I will throw this. I will take this off at you. Bro.
I will. Sorry, I was just curious.
Okay, no. So sorry, I compiled this list of different places that had different things going on every week. So back in a few years ago, every Tuesday it was pitch meeting at Sonny's. Every Wednesday, Flamingo Invite, which is still going on now. Every Sunday at Inglewood Lounge, the Eastside Jam, which is still going on now. Just stuff like that. I told myself, every free moment, why not take every free moment just to truly see what's out there? Like I could stay home and watch TV whenever, but I want to see how far I can go in this music thing.
Yeah, you didn't move here to sit at home and watch TV.
No.
You moved here to go out and see what the city could do for you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So every night, I could swear, man, every day in 2022, if I wasn't playing a gig, I was having a rehearsal. And if I wasn't having a rehearsal, I was learning music. And if I wasn't learning music, I was going out and meeting people. And if I wasn't going out and meeting people, I was sleeping. And that was just all of 2022 for me.
Yeah.
And the result of that from a career perspective is it just like skyrocketed my career. It skyrocketed, like it just got me to where I'm at now.
Yeah.
But from a mental health perspective, it destroyed me. Like I said earlier, I love working. I love saying yes to people. I love helping out people. I love being involved in the creative
process.
Yeah, I love
yeah.
being involved in the creative process. I love seeing something come to fruition. I love, making something from nothing, like making a drum part from nothing and putting it all together in rehearsal with people and then playing a gig and just seeing where that takes that artist or just like seeing the crowd's response. I love, like seeing something from nothing. I love being involved in that. And I loved it so much to the point where I couldn't stop saying no to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like an addiction, right?
It's an addiction. I just love, there's nothing like building up people around you and building up the scene around you. No, like we think of all the people that we've helped get gigs over the years. Like, like one thing that's very common for us as musicians in Nashville is if anybody texts us about a gig and they're like, hey, can you do this? We're like, no, but let me send you 5 numbers of people who can.
Right.
And
like, I've been the recipient of that. You've thrown me gigs. I've thrown your name out there and
I've been the recipient from you and same thing.
Yep.
It's just, you think about it, we've built this kind of like ecosystem for ourselves where it's self-sustaining. And I think that's going to be something that's it's going to be really beautiful to look upon in the future and see like, hey, we made that happen for each other, you know? And just see like, not that awards or recognition or anything matters. I mean, if that's what you're into, that's awesome. But just like knowing that I got to help people do what they want, it's just the most special thing to me. So just really anything in my power to do that. So that's the whole thing. But that was all relating to this thing of I love saying yes. I love doing work until the point where it can become too much. So in 2022, it became too much. I got to this one point, I think it was August or September or something. I must have had like 3 gigs, 2 rehearsals, and just like 2 days of charting or something. Just basically nonstop work, and I allotted no time for myself to like eat and just be by myself. And I'm an introvert. I need to be by myself.
Yeah,
like I
same.
need to be by myself. So
get it.
and like I remember having a rehearsal with some of my best friends for this pop gig, and like I'm playing gigs, I'm doing rehearsals, I'm playing music with people I love, but I was just I was like, why am I like getting freaked out and like having a panic attack and like hyperventilating and just like it just hit me like, Jeffrey, you need to stop. But I couldn't stop because it was this part of my mind that was telling me like, you have to work so hard to set up your career and set up who you want to be and what you want to do in the future, mixed with this other feeling of like, you need to relax and you need to stop working so hard. And I couldn't convince myself that I needed to listen to this voice, like the voice telling me to stop. So I just went as hard as I could in 2022, and I ended up playing 200 gigs for 35 different artists that year. And I had a blast, and it's fun to say that I did that. But I was like, man, I don't think I'll be alive if I have to do a whole year of doing something like that again. So,
But let me ask you something.
yeah.
Did you need that year to go like that? Was that because that's the dark secret is that sometimes you do have to go maybe unhealthily hard for a time. And sometimes those sprints are good, but a year's a lot.
A year is not a sprint. A year is a marathon.
Yeah, that's a marathon of death. Was there any truth in that voice being like, dude, just hustled for this, you like kind of eat it for a year?
Now that I am where I'm at, I'm so glad I listened to that voice in my head telling me to just go hard, just don't stop. Because, another thing we can talk about is my like mental health journey and everything I learned in therapy. But now that I'm over that hump and now that I am at a healthy place in my life, I'm so glad I'd listen to myself, just be like, just don't stop, just keep the grind going.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously like the end result now, looking back at it, is like you succeeded, you're at this higher place, and now you can say no to things.
yeah.
And that's, we talk about this so much.
Sure.
When you're new to a community, like you should say yes to pretty much everything and grind. And, and Day and I have talked about this as well, back to like getting better on the drums, of like the value of taking maybe a whole year of just focusing on one thing. Right. And then, so similar, it's like you're going to take a whole year of just going really hard on, gigging
like
or
playing gigs and meeting people while
rehearsing,
doing so.
going out, and then reap the benefits of it. So I mean, I'm kind of with you. Like, yeah, of course, like there's a physical component to that. If your body is telling you like that you can't do it, or if you're spreading yourself too thin, then you're have 10 gigs this week, but you play like shit for 4 of them. Like that's not good. That wasn't you. But that can also happen too. You just overcommit. So it's a balance. I think that balance is different for everybody.
Yeah.
Did you have people around you sort of supporting you in that hustle, or more so friends saying like, hey man, like I can see that you're hurting. Like you need to tone it back a bit?
I don't think I allowed people to tell me like, hey, you need to stop. I think one thing that's been consistent about me up until recently is that for whatever reason, I want people to have this idea that I'm always working. Why? I don't know. I do not know.
Well, I think we all have that. That's like the
for me, it's like to
musician.
an extreme amount. You look like you're gonna say something.
Oh, I just can relate. I understand. Please continue.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Something about it. I just want people to always think I have something going on, and I don't know. This could get into a little like narcissistic comment, but maybe there is this perception of me already that like, yeah, Jeffrey, we know you're the guy who is always doing something, but I don't know. I just, for a long time, I've liked that idea that people think of me that way, but I think it's something I want to break off and be like, you know what? Who cares? Like, I have the career I want. I have like I've said earlier, like I have a lot of things I want. I'm grateful for. Why is that a perception people need to have of me? But I don't know.
I'm sure we both have thoughts on that.
I think as a performer, you could say there is an element of my value is that I am performing, and if I'm not doing that, then I guess I haven't become an asset in this, and then it's this whole like, well, I'm not valuable as a player, and there's all this work to be had here, and I'm not working, and like what, and then all the family stuff of, oh man, my auntie blah 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 was just talking to my dad, and like, well, do you think this music career is gonna work out for him?
Exactly,
I don't know. You think he's gonna make it? Hey, it's a whole thing.
Yeah.
It's
like, dude, I don't know, man.
Well, so, like an athlete who's not playing, same thing. If you're on the bench,
it's identity. It's an issue of an identity, and I don't need my identity to be in my work.
Wow. And do you think 5 years ago you would have said that? No way, right?
No.
Yes, that's cool.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that statement alone is cool to hear from
it's
you.
crazy. Like, like again to get very spiritual. My identity is in Christ. My identity is who He says I am. You know, so why would I put all these worldly labels on me that don't mean anything?
Amen.
Yeah. So, you know, I want to have this like more of a eternal mindset, just like the eternity mindset, whatever they call it. But
Yeah.
And it's what's great is it's not prohibitive of you still being like, I want to have an excellent work ethic. I actually would like to be known as someone who's great at this thing. Like you can still totally keep that. Like,
yes,
fantastic. I'm going to be the guy that shows up, does a great job, super professional. I'm like, I'm going to be excellent. In fact, I'm called to be excellent. That's a whole thing. That's a thing.
Yeah.
I've had this talk with Butterworth, who we're a dear friend of ours that, of course, we've had on the show as well. And because when I was going through it a few years ago with different gigs, in and out of gigs, and he said that the golden nugget for me was like, don't make a gig your identity.
Yeah.
Like you may have a great gig, but don't even when you're on the gig, don't make it your identity. Because then when you lose it, it's like I know who I am as a drummer, as a person, regardless of an artist or of a gig or of anything.
Because if you lose that gig, then who are you?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because anything can happen. Nobody like nothing in this world is said to last forever. We don't know what's going to happen in this life. So, just take everything.
I could walk out that door and swallow a bug and die.
Please don't.
And I probably will.
Please don't.
I'm going to do the same.
I'm going to swallow a bug and die.
Oh, my God.
Ba-dum-bum.
Well, that's
those snaps. There were no flames whatsoever. That was great.
No, we were locked.
You guys have.
He knew exactly where the pocket was.
No,
I was like,
you guys have click. I see an earpiece. Yes. He has a click. Going.
No, it's a fake earring, a clip-on earring.
Oh, I knew this was going to be a great time. I'm very happy.
This is good.
How do you get the perfect Nashville kick drum tone? It starts with a Lowboy Leather Daddy bass drum beater. This leather-faced beater occupies the sonic space between felt and wood beaters. It's punchy enough to cut through the mix on those 4-on-the-floor barn burners with the warmth you need for slow ballads. Okay, but who plays a Leather Daddy? Garrett Goodwin from Carrie Underwood's band uses one. Lee Bryce drummer Donnie Marple plays a pair. Walk down Broadway any night of the week and you're going to hear one. In Nashville, you can test drive a Lowboy beater at Drumbox and grab one at Forks, Drum Supply, or Nelson's. Check out lowboybeaters.com to learn more.
Let's touch on social media quickly, because I think that's a perfect segue, because I think that's a lot of where this pressure can come from, especially being a working drummer, working musician in the city, right? Because we literally see everyone's wins. We see everyone being busy, whether they are or not. It's funny, I've gotten so many, because like you, I was grinding. I mean, I'm still trying to, but like the past few years, I was also saying yes to a lot of things. I was going out most nights, and when I would encounter people, I would always get like, "Oh man, like the perception was I was very busy," and that wasn't always true. But it's maybe because I had a recent GoPro video up that day or something.
Sure, it's like if you have a day off at home and you're just like, oh, if I post about something, a gig I did, that'll get people thinking in their brain,
that's always a weird game that I think we all have to maneuver. But how have you handled social media?
Well, I don't know. Part of me, I know you guys see I post on my story like every day, but I don't know. Part of me thinks about it a lot, and part of me doesn't, in the sense that not so much of a perception of being busy, but I think social media, it gives people a chance to have people perceive them a certain way. And I think if you want to be a professional musician, if you want to be really a professional in any career you're doing, you want to represent yourself well. So I think my dad's a businessman, and so I think I've kind of taken on this mindset from him over the years that, well, I feel like I should represent myself well in everything I do, So I'm talking about this idea of telling people on social media that you're busy all the time. That's one good, I guess, part of it. There are so many other parts, like just like showing people that you're easy to work with, and all these all these aspects of professionalism and everything that comes with just being good at what you do. Like, you want to represent yourself well in everything. So So when it comes to social media, I want to show people that yes, I'm working all the time, but also like I am on time. I'm good at what I do. You know, I can show up and kill the gig. I can be a good hang, all that. I think something that doesn't make sense to me a lot is when people show, you know, like the bad sides or you guys see those, like, sometimes Instagram musicians will post something about like, oh, watch me make a mistake in my gig today. It's like, yes, that's gonna get views, that's gonna get clicks, but are you showing people that you can do the job well? If that's the side of you want people to see, you know?
Yeah. Well, if that's all you're posting,
If that's all you're,
Yes.
I know people can post like the occasional, like one out of every 5 posts. If it's like a fun little, oh, what if I made a mistake? But the thing is, you never know which of those posts is going to go viral. Like, I think I post from the perspective of, if this is the post that's going to go viral, what do I want people to see in me?
it better be a good representation.
Yeah, it better be a good representation.
So you do still see it as the kind of the business card.
Yeah. So everything, I do a lot of things, most everything from a business mindset, you know? So I ask myself, what is the main thing I want to portray about myself on social media? Right. And for a few years, that has been, well, I want to show people that I can play the chops required in a gig, and then also that I can play pocket and that I can play the part I need to. So that's why I don't post that often. I only wait until I have the perfect thing to post about that shows that, you know, that reflects that. Like, okay, yeah, this guy can, like, if we wanted to have him on this dope gig that is kind of similar to what Jordan's music is, like, can he do the technical parts, and then B, can he just like lay into the pocket and lay into the groove? So I'm operating from that mindset every time I post.
Yeah.
So, you know, just back to this idea of representing yourself well.
Yeah, you're very intentional. That's totally. There's no right answer. That's what's cool. It's like I think everyone kind of makes it for themselves.
Yeah.
Because to kind of play devil's advocate, you know, I can think of players that we are friends with here that have made it sort of their identity and their brand of like posting, obviously more silly clips, but like we know they're working drummers and they can do the job.
Yeah.
Some people know. Some people, you know what?
Yeah, right.
There are those people who have thrown shade at those people, and sometimes I just want to be like, you don't know what you're talking about. You have no idea how, not to name any names, but like you have no idea how this person would play you under the table. Yeah, and they're 10 times or 100 times more professional than you.
Yeah,
like don't.
But to that point, that I think that can be a risk, though. If you're going to choose to do that, that is a risk of the unknown perception of like, well, is this guy just goofing off?
It proves his point.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just,
That's
I don't know.
interesting. Yeah.
Like, you know, I could get on here and be all cynical and talk about, oh, this is what I'd like and dislike. Yeah, sure, I have my like opinions and feelings about things, but like even right now, this podcast is going to be a reflection of who I am as a business person, as a musician, as a person who wants to remain a professional. Like, why would I get on here and badmouth everybody and everything? And like, I have a lot of disagreements. Like Tears for Fears challenge, stupid. System of a Down, why is the only song covering toxicity?
Bro.
That we can all agree on that.
Oh,
just
please.
like
if someone sends me another 7-year-old playing toxicity,
bro,
just get out of my life forever.
Dude, really, like 95% of Instagram reels are stupid. They're all the okay. That was me partially being like, I want to throw some shade. But I don't know. I think.
And by the way, I was not in any way saying that you were a shade thrower. In case that wasn't clear.
No.
Yeah.
I think, you know, we're all created differently. We're all made individually. So why would we not let that be reflected on like even social media, the things we post. Why do we all have to follow a trend?
Well, sorry, keep going.
Yeah.
Then I've got a very specific question for you.
I've always had this idea that you should never follow a trend. You should, at the very worst, anticipate trends, and at the very best, be setting the trends. I don't want to see, what sound is trending on TikTok right now and be like, I'm gonna capitalize off of this. Just like, no, let's try to think outside the box a little bit and see like, these are my go-tos when I play drums, or this is my go-to when I want to be creative and make write something, like what can I create that is fully new? What can I make that's fully just me,
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's really what I was going to say.
Well, I'm going to be selfish, and because I respect you and I respect your opinion and your ability and the whole thing, I want to ask you, if you were me, you get into my situation and you know the kind of things I'm interested in doing, what would you do differently if you were running my life, running my social media? Because I just throw random dumb crap up there and I'm like, I never know what I should be recording or how I should be recording it. I'm just like, well, I guess I should record something and just kind of like check.
Sure.
Just to check, go and listen to the playing and see if I came up with any cool ideas, and then I'll be like, oh, that was kind of fun. All right, I'll just post that moment.
Sure.
But I don't know what I'm doing. I know it's a valuable thing, but because I don't personally like want to be plugged into it all the time, I don't know. I'm kind of an idiot about it. So what would you do if you were me?
Dude, that's a great question.
What am I doing wrong?
Well,
Tell me, doctor.
oh gosh.
I hope this chair doesn't break.
Yeah, please.
Sincerely.
Brian,
I
yeah.
hope it does. But I hope that something comes out of that chair breaking is entirely new experience you didn't think would. So what I think, I don't know. I think you've already got this idea of, oh yeah, I'm me. I'm Nathan Sletner. No one else can be me. Why would I do something that's not me? You show yourself.
Yeah.
You show who you are. You don't show anything you post is just authentic to who you are, and I think that's great. But in terms of social media, I think a lot of people have been saying, like for this past few years, that Instagram is the new portfolio? Oh, what's the word?
Yeah, a business card, as you said.
Business card. Yeah, Instagram's the new business card. So, like, if you think about a business card or a resume, you think about the fact that you show people only the most important, like, what are the things I need to know about you now without having to listen to your life story?
Yeah, the highlights. Yeah.
Highlights, exactly. So if I wanted to post about, like, random stuff that doesn't have to do with drumming or music, I would probably, for me personally, I'd just make a separate page about that. I don't want to overwhelm the person's feed with a lot of, like, if I know that there are people in the industry who are following me that are doing some dope things, and I'm like, I want them to see only the highlights, I'm just gonna make everything else that isn't important on a separate page,
Yeah.
So
that's good advice. Yeah.
and that's nothing specific geared towards you. That's just how I naturally think when I think of like social media.
Oh, I just thought of the video of me running around on Broadway, tearing my shirt off and screaming, "I have the power of milk."
Yeah.
I was thinking of that. You might be referencing that.
Well,
what do you mean? That is a highlight. That's a career highlight.
Here's the thing.
How would it not be?
Yeah.
I laughed so
Pin
hard
that
watching
post.
that.
But yeah, I can relate to that. I mean, I had a personal page for a while, just Dan Ainspan. And it was like, granted, I was also like single. So I was like, okay, how do I, it's like, I'm trying to treat two goals here. Freaking dating profiles of like me as a guy.
Yeah.
I play tennis. I have other interests, whatever.
Sure.
I like coffee. But like, but
it's
to your
just
point,
not
like
one
in a
thing.
professional way. But then I found like I was only ever posting drum stuff anyway. So I just got rid of that. It's like, oh no, Dan Ainspan drums. Like people who know me know that's what I'm posting. So
that's pretty much what I did in college. I was like, I only post about drums anyway, so I'm just gonna add drums to the end of my Instagram handle. Jeffrey Adami drums.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then I had a website at some point. And so like people around college, they would be like, hey, JeffreyAdamyDrums.com. What's up, man? That was a whole ordeal.
Yeah.
And then I realized, nobody's using websites to like check out musicians.
Do you still have that site?
No, I took it down a few years ago.
Just curious,
That's something I realized because like I don't know I'll ask you guys, how often do you check like a musician's website to see what they're all about? When's the last time you did that?
Well, for this podcast, I do it for every episode.
For just like for gigging purposes. You don't.
I cannot tell. It's been decades.
Yeah.
There's just no reason. Everyone posts all the stuff they're doing on social media.
Yeah. It's just we've naturally gotten to a place where Instagram is the hub.
I will say, I mean, maybe I'm more traditionalist, and because I have a background in building websites, so I naturally a little biased there. But I don't know. If it's a new artist, maybe I'm trying to play for, or maybe it's an artist I'm currently working with, I will go to the website, especially if they're with like a label, because the website, the one thing that the website has that Instagram or TikTok or these individual platforms, Facebook, can't really compete with. It's like, well, one, it's your own. You own it. You can customize it. You can make it a brand.
Yeah.
But you could also have it. You have your bio. You have contact. You have a tour calendar. Instagram is really just content, videos, memes, whatever.
Sure.
And you could have your Instagram and Facebook all linked in this central hub. So I think a website is still valuable.
Yeah.
In certain scenarios.
And I think playing devil's advocate, you never know. I think a huge thing that people should keep in mind is that you never know who's checking out your page. You never know who's like going to be like, oh, what is this person up to? I'm currently keeping them in mind for like these gigs I have going on. I want to see what they're about.
Well, to your point, I think a website can be a nice extension of that professional business.
Exactly.
It's like, if your website is good, if you have a bad website, just take it down. But if it's like a flex, if it looks great, if it's modern, if it looks cool, that's like, oh shit, this guy really does care about his craft.
Right. Because like, what if there are like, I don't know, tour managers or people who are more on the technical side of thing in their
older
30s
generation
or 40s
too.
who are still like avid users of websites over social media. So that's a good thing to keep in mind. I think when we were talking earlier about my plateau and like my goals and stuff, like I had this thought a few years ago of, well, everything's on Instagram. The people who are in my circle, the people who are checking me out are mainly using just social media only. So it could be something I think about doing in the future, but it really depends on the person,
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. So
I agree regarding websites. There's also the added element of there tends to be a little bit more connectability with a website. There'll be like, well, if you want to contact, I mean, people put still like,
a link tree,
Yeah, there's just a little bit. Sometimes there's a little bit of extra sauce that you.
Yeah. You can't put everything on an Instagram.
It's true.
Like tour dates, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. I think something important for musicians is to just like utilize everything they can.
It's a tool.
Man.
Yeah.
It's like okay, we all have a phone that has a camera and Wi-Fi connection. What are we doing? Like, are we? It's like if you want to get somewhere, you do realize that you have an object in the palm of your hand you can use to record yourself playing music. You have people you can contact. There's so many different things you can do to elevate like where you're
trying to go.
Yeah.
It's a powerful tool.
Yeah.
But a lot of times we're sucked in by those very tools.
Yeah.
And it distracts us. I think you're saying like we can use these tools smartly and efficiently.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's just like,
I agree.
Why wouldn't you? I think that's like,
I
don't know. I want to like, I think a big thing about me is I want to inspire like the next generation. I think like one of my favorite things that shows is like when kids come up to me and they're like, oh, I play drums too. And I'm like, oh, heck yeah. And I always have Jordan like sign some sticks and give it to them and like have them check out the drum set and stuff. I don't know. I just care so much about the next generation, man. I just want to like make sure they're in good hands and having them grow up realizing that like they have it so much easier than people like 20, 30 years ago did to like, if they want to make a career in music happen, it's way easier for them to do it now.
Yeah. It's at least it's way easier to get started.
Yeah, I was gonna.
It's way
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
way, it's
sure,
way, it's
sure,
way
yeah,
easier to
yeah,
get started. I feel like the music business itself, in the words of my brilliant friend Tim Friesen, who's an incredible bass player, producer, engineer, and now he works for Blizzard in LA.
What the heck?
He said the music business is like the bloated carcass of a long-beached whale that we've been feeding on for decades. He's like, and that's about that's where the business of music is. But I 100% agree. Getting started in music, getting your material out there to the world, it's free. It's free.
Man.
If you have a phone, if you're on social media, it's there. You can just do that now.
Yeah.
So I get where people like Gary Vee are like, "What are you doing if you're not making content every day? You absolute loser."
I'd love to
Like
interview
Gary
him. That'd be
Vee.
sick. No, not at all. No, and I agree. I would amend the word easier to accessible. I think it's never been more accessible. In some ways, it's maybe not easier, but maybe harder because those very tools have made it way more competitive. You know.
Sure.
And that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like now everyone's.
That's what I meant by
Yeah.
the long dead carcass.
Oh,
of a
sure.
beast
Yeah.
Of
whale.
course. Yeah. Why didn't I think of that? Yeah.
Dude, I mean, yeah, music industry is changing like
It's crazy. Yeah.
so just like
have
every
to-
day it's changing in a way that we cannot predict.
Yeah.
So it's like, we do what we can. Like
It's
I
like,
said.
it's like you have to have side hustles. Like,
Yeah.
you ever test these?
Ooh. These are
Has he-
some heavy boys.
Jeffrey has not seen those sticks before.
This is like Goku's training weights.
Yeah. That's almost exactly
Yeah?
the idea.
Wow. I cannot do doubles on these.
Yeah, they were
Probably
really a
shouldn't.
pain in the butt.
I delete that because I need to make myself look professional. I can play doubles. Justin Bieber.
We're gonna tear you down on this podcast. We're gonna make you lose all your gigs.
Oh, I want you to get to play with those. Those are fun.
Yeah, those are Nate's creations.
Played bleeding with my hands.
Machine.
Yeah, no, I like them. Why do you ask, Nathan Sletner?
Oh, just I was just saying people have to have side hustles. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Well, yeah, we should
Keep that in
we'll
mind.
talk about that
the
after.
listener.
Sometimes you gotta sell a product on the side in order to stay
yeah.
afloat. This hour of the podcast brought to you by GPS Sticks. What does GPS stand for? I'm not going to tell you. You can make whatever guesses you want. None of them can offend me. I promise.
Gestating.
Prostate
Solutions
there you go.
LLC.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing if people aren't, whatever. Never mind. I was going to say bad words. If people
Yeah,
aren't,
you can say the bad words. I'm not going to say them.
if people aren't very low intelligence,
Oh, you don't. I didn't know what you were going for.
I'm sure the S is. Well, I'll give you this much. The S is stick. Everything.
I don't even know what GPS stands for. I don't
That's
think.
great. And there literally is a meaning, but I'm just not going to share it.
Great.
That's a good business approach.
Just like you're not going to share who the next drummer of Bill Murray is. So
No, we won't.
okay.
I would never tell you in private. You've heard of Drum Supply, but you gotta see their shop. It's a drum shop experience like no other. They're packed with all the gear a working drummer needs, and so many parts, noise toys, and accessories. It's a toy store. Curated cymbals, kits, and snares. The hands-on percussion room is nuts, and their custom shop work is fast and affordable. Andy and the guys know their stuff, and they're ready to help. And the big news? They've just moved to an awesome new location near the corner of East Trinity Lane and Dickerson Pike. Still in East Nashville, just a couple miles from their old spot, the all-new Drum Supply is twice as big, featuring a dedicated cymbal room, a lesson space, and even more drum gear than ever. Go see the new Drum Supply shop for yourself. Now open 11 to 5 at 2211 Dickerson Pike and online at drumsupply.com. You said before you wanted to talk about what you learned in therapy. And we want to hear about that.
All right. So, well, I remember my parents tell me one time, Jeffrey, you should not share everything you're saying and feeling to social media because people can take advantage of your words. And that's something that stuck with me.
It's probably wise advice. Yeah.
Very wise. I'm going to kind of ignore that right now and tell the people. I went to psychiatrist. They told me, she told me.
We're getting vulnerable. I love it.
I want to help my fellow man.
Yeah, man.
So turns out I have ADHD, OCD, depression, and a little something called cyclothymia.
Whoa.
Which cyclothymia is a mild version of bipolar disorder. It's characterized by intense mood swings that are so intense that you can't distinguish what is reality and what isn't. So basically, when people with bipolar disorder, they have, I guess when they're not medicated, they have like a full-on manic episode. People with cyclothymia, they have, I would say, at least for me, 5 to 6 times a day for maybe like an hour long, you have a mood swing. Whatever mood you're feeling in the moment, that mood gets amplified like 1,000 times to the point where you're not able to tell yourself it's just a mood swing.
Interesting.
And I have that.
I did not know that.
I have that.
Wow,
and
man.
whoa, I had a certain situation.
Get out.
I had okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I had a certain situation happen to me in college that really I know that the ADHD and OCD has been it stemmed from childhood, and I would say the depression happened probably somewhere in college. This is my second time being on meds for it, but I don't know. I just something happened to me in college to where I was like I had a full-on mental breakdown, and I think that's where this whole mood disorder thing came along. So as it stands right now, I am on Prozac for the ADHD, OCD, and depression, and I'm on something called lamotrigine for the mood stabilizers. Yeah. Lamotrigine for the cyclothymia, so which is the mood disorder. So, you wanted to know about my therapy journey. I think the burnout in 2022 with saying yes to everything, it made something in my brain go, hey, Jeffrey, there are things more important than just like work and gigs and stuff. Like you are not taking care of yourself. So I think that's where like those mood swings probably started developing. I started talking to psychiatrists and therapists in the summer of 2024. But before then, I was suffering. Wow. I was not okay. Like, you know, like I said, the mood swings are so intense. You don't know, you can't tell yourself like this is a feeling that'll pass.
So yeah, so just quick, because I'm not familiar with this, and I appreciate you opening up about that and sharing it. When that mood swing does pass, you're saying you can't even discern. You can't say, well, that just passed. To you, like that's just you're in reality the whole time.
Like when it passes,
like you're not really aware.
I'm not. When it's happening, I can't say, oh, this will pass.
You can't tell yourself,
like,
chill out, man.
I can't tell myself, no, it just doesn't, I can't make it go away.
Yeah,
I have to wait for it to go away. And that takes hours. And then, you know, there comes this whole thing of, my choices are being influenced by how I feel. Like because I'm angry or because I'm sad, I'm gonna like make a decision that I probably shouldn't. And it turns into a whole mess, and then people get involved. Yeah. It's just I don't know my main point in sharing all of this is, but I think something I do want to say is just go to a psychiatrist, man. Just go to a therapist. Like I remember talking to a buddy a year ago, and he's a musician, and he's been like, you know, like me, he's doing a lot of cool things. He's playing super cool gigs. He's played arena tours and stuff. And I think a lot of musicians in town, they're like, oh, if I could just get to playing arenas, then I'll be content. And it's like, all right, what now?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
why
it's
is
like,
that the thing?
Why
Yeah.
is that the thing? Exactly. So I think something when you had me fill out that form, something I wanted to write down was identity beyond career. Because a lot of us put so much emphasis on, oh yeah, if I could just play drums full time, then I'm content. Like I started playing full time on Broadway, and it's like, do you think that's the end? No.
Yeah.
That was definitely not. There's a lot more to do than that. Not to just.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of homies playing there.
Of course.
But you don't. It's like it goes back to this thing we were talking about. Like my identity isn't in my job.
Yeah.
There's so much. Granted, like I'm a Christian, so I already answered what I believe my identity is in. It could be a lot of different things for other people. Like I'm not the one to answer that. But you can't make your life just about one thing, especially if it's not always going to be promised.
Yeah.
Like a gig isn't promised.
Especially this
things-
career path. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like the life we live.
Well, I mean, I kind of joked about it before with like, I'm going to walk outside and swallow a bug and die. But like, the reality is like, I've dealt with the thought. I'm like, well, what would happen if I got in an accident and I lost my arms or my legs? And so I'm like I kind of do the thought experiment. I'm like, what is my identity if I do that? I'm like, okay, because if that totally wrecks my life, obviously that would be very challenging. But there are so many examples of people losing all their limbs and then becoming these incredible sources of inspiration, doing these like unbelievable things.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, if whatever reason I can't play the drums, even if it's not because I lose my limbs,
Yeah.
then how do I find joy? And I think it's good to ask yourself that kind of stuff.
Tough question, but
yeah.
I think a lot of us should be asking ourselves
How
that.
do I find joy? Like,
Yeah.
And I'll be very upset if I can't play the drums, but you know what? I'll move right along.
yeah, and I'll
Still record a podcast.
Hopefully.
That might all be what we do, but
yeah, no, I mean like, I'll use the word contentment. I'll use the word content instead of joy. Same thing, but like content as this idea of something that is long lasting. Just like how genuinely ask yourself, how do I remain content? Like in case this thing goes away, because you put your whole identity into something and it goes away, then what now? It's like it's like I played arenas and now I got fired, or just like I'm playing arenas and that's all I'm doing, and suddenly it's become monotonous to me, and it's just like it's routine at this point. So
Yeah. Why do you think there are so many people who get into that lifestyle and they're like, yeah, that's the thing I'm going for, and then they burn out and do like a bunch of cocaine and die.
Yeah,
Like that's
because they're always searching for the next high,
right.
Exactly.
They're like because living out your dream apparently isn't enough.
Yeah.
That's literally the whole sex, drugs, and rock and roll thing.
Because the thing isn't the thing that brings you happiness. Doing it's cool to do. It's really cool. It's very fun, but it's not the thing. That's not the root of the joy. Anyway.
No, and tell me what the root of the joy
yeah.
is.
Wow.
The process.
Yeah.
Like dude, you shared something on Instagram a while back, and like it stuck with me. It's something along the lines of these two guys are talking to each other. One of them says, it's like, "Are you happy?" The other guy says, "No, I'm not happy." And it's like, why? It's like, if I were you, I would not search for happiness in the future. I would search for happiness in the present. And I saw that, I was just like, oh, what? So it's like, something, there's so many things I learned in therapy that I could share about. We could make this like a 5-hour podcast, but I think one of the biggest things my therapist shared with me is this idea of gratitude. And if you truly live life from a gratitude mindset, it so reshapes the way you think. And so just like, yes, we can get caught up in this idea of, I always want to be thinking, like, what's the next thing? What can I do more for myself? But like, do you know how many drummers have been on this podcast that like if you ask them when they were kids, like, whoa, what do you want to do? I want to be a drummer. And then some of them don't even realize, oh, shoot, I'm doing what I wanted to do since I was a kid. Like, well, like I just think there are moments where we need to get brought back to that place of, oh, shoot, like I have fulfilled some of the dreams I've like set out for myself to have.
Yeah.
It's like, why can't we just revel in that a little bit more, you know?
Yeah, at least take 5 seconds and pat yourself on the back.
Just congratulate yourself, man. And like that,
congratulate little kid you on whatever you did that
saying,
little kid
man,
you would be wanting
bro,
to
in elementary school, I would draw pictures of me like playing on the drums, playing the stages, and it's like now it's happening. It's
You're
like,
doing it.
What the heck?
I'd be sick if I could totally rip both left and right-handed. I'm just gonna say, that'd be pretty sick.
Dude, well, I mean, I guess we talked about it on probably talked about it on the first episode I did, but yes, so some of you may notice that I play open-handed on a hi-hat, and I've heard some of you, not just you, but some other people get pissed that they see me play drums on a hi-hat groove, and why is he not playing with his right hand? Why is he playing the hi-hat with his left hand? I'm left-handed!
But
I'm left-handed, Nathan and Daniel.
But when I met,
Yes, you are.
but when I met him the first time, he was like, "Oh, well, you." At the time, you were like, "Yeah, I play a left-handed drum set." But then you're like, "But then you got on my kit at neighborhood church when it was still neighborhood church."
Oh yeah.
And you totally ripped, and I was like, "Dude, this dude is a killer. He's a lefty, and he just smoked on a righty kit." I'm like, "All right,
That's
can't wait." Then when you were like, "I'm moving to Nashville," I'm like, "Oh, you're gonna have a great time. You're gonna do so well." I'm always correct.
Way to turn it back into you, Nate.
Yes. Welcome to the Nathan Sletner podcast.
Oh, that's what the N stands for. Oh, Nathan's Drummer Podcast.
Nathan's Drummers
And
podcast.
yeah.
Yeah, Nathan.
I was thinking about those.
Just as kind of just as we're sort of wrapping up here. I mean, I appreciate you opening up about. In general, I think it's important that we stay grounded and especially as we're going through those ups and downs, like to not be afraid to reach out to maybe not a therapist, but like
Just
obviously
reach out to your
friends and
man.
family. But then, of course, there are professionals that can really help you through tough times.
Yeah, just like community is huge.
Yeah.
Like Nashville, Southern hospitality, just good people. There's so many good people around us. Just like utilize that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remind me the name of that disorder. Is that what it's called, or what?
Cyclothemia.
Cyclothemia.
So like cycle without the E and then
Cyclothemia.
Themia.
So you're still. This is still
This is an
ongoing.
ongoing thing.
How does that manifest on the road? I mean, I can imagine. I mean, I'm just picturing. You said extremes of however you're feeling. I mean, that's
Dude, it's so
you're
hard.
already in a high
it's-
pressure situation.
Yeah, I don't know if I like applied much of what I talked about the disorders to.
No, you're good. I'm just curious.
But
yeah.
no, it's you got to be really careful because I've been with the team I've been with the Jordan team throughout that whole experience. And so they've seen me before the meds and like during my process of figuring myself out and then where I'm at now where I'm like I'm okay. I know what's going on. For that, nobody knows their self 100%.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect, obviously, but I've really gotten a grasp on stuff. So I think, man, how do you deal with
How
that
does it
on the road?
manifest on the road?
How does it manifest?
Yeah, or
on-
just like you're playing shows. I mean, how does,
dude, it's
you know,
like you gotta trust. There's got to be a huge two-way street when it comes to trust with the people you're with. You got to know that like. I probably didn't go in too much depth with the team about like the disorder and how it characterizes itself, but like thankfully like they've all seen me and being like, yeah, Jeffrey, you've improved so much. But basically you've got to have this two-way understanding of like I may say things that are like for some part like beyond my own control, and I'm just I don't know. You just gotta check yourself. Just reality checks, man.
Yeah, just being really
I don't
in
know.
tune.
It's the whole thing. I don't know.
Well, that's also really special. Again, to bring it back to like, it sounds like you really found your family and the right people to be playing music with because they've seen you off the instrument. As we all know, we spend it's like 80% of the time we're not playing the drums.
Yeah, man,
Right?
dude. Okay, so well, like kind of relates to the whole sex, drugs, and rock and roll thing. Like a reason a lot of people get into that stuff is that, you're only playing a show for an hour. That's 23 hours you're not playing a show. That's like, you take 8 hours of sleep, 1 hour playing a show, and then the other whatever. I'm not good at math, but like that, it's tour. It's a lot of free time.
Yeah,
it's a lot of free time.
Yeah.
So you've got the combination of like a lot of free time and this whole dopamine thing. Like, achieving my dreams is never enough. You got to be careful, man.
Yeah.
So I don't know, for anybody who lands this dope gig and gets on a tour, you just find something to do, man. Just like, I don't know. I don't have a huge epiphany on that.
Yeah.
Well, what's the best thing to do? What do you like to do to keep yourself occupied? Yeah. Because as you said, there's a lot of time on the road. You're playing an hour show. So what are your like kind of fun road hobbies?
I just do nothing but listen to music. People know me as a kid who just shuts the door and just isolates myself and just listen to nothing but music I haven't heard all day. I just like I don't know. That's me. Everybody, I think one thing. And my dad's not going to be so happy when I say this. But, like, I know that eventually I do want to find, like, a good side hustle. Like, whether it's, I've had an interest in mental health and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It's like, a lot of people in the music industry, you see them when they get older, they don't want to, when they have a wife and kids, they don't want to be on the road so much. So a lot of them will find a side hustle that eventually will turn into a main thing that involves them being on the road less. So a lot of people I know, when they get a wife and kids, they switch to real estate or something like that. I don't want to do that. Yeah. I'm not that guy.
Not that guy.
So I don't know. I'm very passionate about mental health, or just, maybe be one of those guys that there are a lot of people on the podcast who have made like drum workshops, and they make their own. There's like this side hustle doing that. So I think the best thing for anyone who has a lot of free time on the road to do is a side hustle, and like figure out, like, I don't want to stop moving. What's another way I can keep on going that isn't necessarily just live drumming, but just, do something to keep on going.
Something that's productive.
Something productive that is going to be beneficial for you down the line.
Yeah.
And I haven't done anything like that because there's nothing that's coming to my mind that's like, all right. I usually like to start something new when I know exactly how I'm gonna.
Yeah. Well, I
don't know. It's just like,
not
I don't
there
know.
yet.
I'm just not there yet.
Yeah, which is fine.
Like, yeah. I don't know.
You'll get there. Yeah.
I'm bad mouthing my dad so much. One thing my mom told me when I did the first podcast, she was just like, "Oh, I would love a little shout out to my parents." So here we go, Mom, Dad.
Let's go.
Thank you for giving me all the tools to achieve. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for just allowing me to do this, allowing me to have a Toys R Us kit in the house and make loud noises on it and hit it so hard that the cymbal swipes up like goes up like this, like a china. Thank you. It's because of you guys I'm here now. Oh gosh.
Let's go.
That's a Olipop. And also
oh, he's locked in it now.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. None of you knew this. Dan knew this, and Nate knew this, but I brought in a mysterious bag.
Oh, no.
And Dan was like, "What is that?" And I said, "I don't know what you're talking about. But do you want to know what's in the bag?"
I'd love to.
What's in the bag?
This is our new closing segment.
It's all right. Good. Okay. You know how Jake, he brought in pizza?
Of course. And that won't be topped until tonight.
So it's not pizza. But
if it was pizza in a bag, I would have been mad.
Known. Think something.
It's all crumbled up.
It's just like all soggy. Yeah. No, think along that same vein.
Okay.
All right. So not pizza.
All right.
I don't really have a thought.
I'm not creating it. I'm lowering my expectations because I was like, my brain started going crazy, and I was like, pizza? If it's a piece of dog do candy, that I don't like at all. Something like one of those circus peanuts or whatever.
Oh, you don't like the circuit peanuts?
Yeah.
I haven't had those since I got a lot of food allergies.
If it's those, I'll still be grateful.
No, it's not. But what's a? So
I'm just
you're gonna be grateful.
I'm just. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying.
I don't even want to guess.
You don't want to
I
guess?
just want to be surprised
All right, not
and
pizza,
grateful for whatever it
but
is.
it is in fact
You're such a better person than me. I
a
had to work on it.
brick craft Brian Griffin.
Yes.
What? Jeffrey, what?
I
would never have guessed that in 10 million years.
and we're gonna build it right now.
What?
Let's do it.
Let me
And
see
so-
this.
so-
Okay, yeah, just pop it out.
Dude,
I have so many questions.
I have so
Where
many.
did you get this?
Okay.
I was at Walmart today. I was thinking for weeks. I was like, Jake brought in a pizza. I was like, I wonder. I know that that's one person who brought in something. I was like, how many other people have brought in something?
No,
Am I the second one?
I think so.
You're the second one.
I'm like, well, it's
there's multiple whiskeys have been brought in.
sure, but
Yeah,
this is
drinks, yeah.
but this
is Brian.
This is Brian.
Okay.
And
this is a team building exercise? This is gonna
Yeah.
solidify
Is
our
there
friendship?
instructions?
I hope so.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I was like, just
I'm not even open this.
This is
So
craft shopper. Scan the QR. No. Build a
There's
tip.
so many pieces,
Okay.
Jeffrey. This is going to take like 2 hours.
We got it. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
are you playing a closing check?
Well, I say AM, PM. Oh, I see.
No, I was gonna go check Moga.
Well,
after
we
this.
can.
Yeah, I
or
gotta
you
run some as
can,
well
or we
through this
can.
show.
But I want to. Okay.
I mean,
Yeah, I
we
mean-
could like always fade this out
We-
if we're
yeah,
done.
yeah.
You know, this is
But
hilarious.
but I was like, how do I one up him?
Dude.
Okay.
You're the
Here's,
best.
but here's
Sorry,
the
Jake.
thing. A lot of these pieces look the same. Okay, 1 and 2. Okay, 1 and 2. Okay,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
really a 3-person job, but we're gonna.
This looks so complicated.
I mean,
You're
how many pieces in there? What does it say, Dan?
Dan,
158 pieces.
158.
dude. What if
So I just have to
what
do
if
Divided by 3.
Dan? What if you
It says
become
ages 14 plus, by the way.
Dan?
Yes,
Here's
Jeffrey, what?
you know how I talked about on this podcast. You got to represent yourself well.
Yep.
What if you were the drummer for Bill Gates, and he was like, I'm gonna check out the podcast on Nathan and Dan, and is
Why would I be joining for Bill Gates, Jeffrey?
and Bill Gates said, I'm gonna see if Dan is gonna be the best drummer for me. Is he
if I'm in a
representing
job
himself
interview-
well? And you literally just said, "Oh, this looks too complicated." Is Bill Gates gonna like that? No.
I'm trying to remember the Tim Robinson.
called and he said he's coming tonight. That's
No, I'm
that's
quoting
the
you guys.
energy
I'm
that I
quoting
got
the Tim,
there.
I'm quoting the Tim Robinson episode when he's like, I don't know how to do everything. They're driving, remember?
Oh yeah.
Why would I be in a job interview?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, Jeffrey, it's been amazing having you back on. This has been honestly so fruitful. I've learned more about you since 4 or 5 years ago. So honestly, this has been, again, really special to have you back, and appreciate you being so open and encouraging.
Yeah,
man.
man. Love you.
Yeah. Love you guys. Thank you so much.
Couple of quick
Yeah.
wrap up questions, super quick.
Sure.
Sure.
Anything for you?
You want to go first?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you hate spinach?
Did we talk about
You know,
that?
it's funny you say that. You probably this is no behind the scenes things was talked about, but every year, every birthday I had, my parents were like, "All right, you get one food exemption," and my first one was spinach. My first and only one was spinach.
So I was.
So you're
the thing that I just made out of thin air was correct.
What?
That's wild. Nate is always correct.
I am always correct.
The almighty.
I shouldn't even said that because I should have just gone with the bit.
Okay, my question.
I guess I didn't answer
since-
why I hate Spanish. But
Oh,
okay,
you can answer it. Sorry.
I don't know. All right, go.
You've been here for a few years now. Oh my God.
God, this is the best time of my life.
Why are you always so loud? It scares me.
I'm sorry. Kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, my last question, just to bring it to Nashville. You've obviously been here for some time.
Yes.
You've seen some new restaurants, coffee shops, whatever.
Yeah.
Give us like what's your go-to spot right
Dude.
now for a bite?
All right. Well, it's funny when I moved here, when I moved to Nashville. Yeah, I'll let you guys do the dude.
We'll be taking a look.
Yeah. I'm the adult.
What if I can probably do the
parent
bass. The bass looks
situation.
easy.
Yeah.
So okay, they're gonna do their thing.
this.
Let me tell you. Let me do a little ASMR.
Yeah, give us some restaurants. Hawkers.
Oh, dude, do you do
Hawker's
which what's your go-to menu items?
This is crazy.
Because we're about to talk about something I like
Like
very
50
much.
steps. This is 60 steps.
It has 3. It's not an apostle. It's not an apostrophe. It's not a. What's that thing when it's like I say PVC pipe and you say, oh, PVC stands for this. What's that called? When it.
An acronym?
Oh my
Yes.
God.
My favorite menu item from Huckers is an acronym. And I don't remember what it is. It ends with a T, so get that one.
T. Okay.
My parents love me.
Thank you. Thank you for loving Jeff.
All right.
All right.
Podcast is over. Unless you had another
No, that's great.
And
Where do you want? Yeah, you already said, but where do you want people?
Greco's great.
What?
Yeah, yeah.
And Greco.
Yeah, and Greco.
Greco's so- don't see about Greco.
But what?
Well, and where would you like these fine people to find and follow you? You've already said it, but I'll let you say it again.
You can find me on Instagram at Jeffrey Adami Drums. JEFFREYADAMI Drums. I don't really know if I have a thing to like promote that I'm working on right now. Just you know what? I don't like it when people give a heart to my post as much as they do comment something interesting. So just I want the comment sections to my post to be just a party, you know? So just let's have a good time.
There's a party in his posts and everyone's throwing up. Love you, bye.
Right. I'm turning this shit off.
Thanks for listening to this episode of the Nashville Drummers Podcast. If you liked it, please consider leaving us a review on the Apple Podcast app.
Please consider supporting us on Patreon. For $5 a month, you can help support this dream and keep the ball rolling for us. Believe it or not, it's not free or even necessarily cheap for us to make this thing go. To sign up, go to patreon.com/Nashville Drummers Podcast or click the link in our Instagram bio. All of your help is greatly appreciated.
Visit our website, NashvilleDrummersPodcast.com, where you can listen to all past episodes, learn more about myself and Nate, and buy all your favorite Nashville Drummers Podcast merch, including t-shirts, tank tops, sweatshirts, hats, and drum heads. Connect with us on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube at Nashville Drummers Podcast. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.
One thing